South Park Season 27, Episode 3. This episode, I think, was not as funny as last week's episode, but is a better episode. The more I think about last week's episode, I'm like, what the fuck was that ending of last week's episode? But last week's episode was a lot funnier and going to stick in my mind and be funny to talk about with other people. This episode was really only important to longtime South Park fans. This episode is about Randy using ChatGPT to deal with the fact that his integrity business is failing. Trump's deporting all of his workers because, of course, he is. This is the one episode where I kind of got fed up with the Trump stick of it all. I'm like, we're still doing this because, he has a small penis. The only part that was funny was when Tally went to Washington, D.C., saw all the Trump stuff and all the military shit everywhere. But everything else is like, we've done these same jokes this season. Drop this shit already. Like, oh, God. Sorry. Dog opened the door and someone was on the phone, so I didn't want to hear all that background noise. But yeah, I thought this episode was very mediocre in terms of, like, that Trump commentary. I'm like, It's like, I wonder if the creators are starting to feel like they need to have that shit every episode this season just because you're watching it and you're going, this feels so tacked on this episode. So, I don't know. Some of it made sense. Like, yeah, of course Randy's going to have a hard time getting workers because they're being deported. Makes sense. But, I don't know, man. Funny episode to some extent. But I do like the stuff about integrity and it finally coming to a close, that side of the show. Because it's really a side of the show that came on so long. And in a way, I actually do kind of miss it. Even though I never want to go back to it. And I kind of wonder if Matt and Trey are really taking it away, because for all we know, they could go back to this part of the show. And I could totally see them doing it. But at the same time, that part of the show didn't really have very many interesting plot lines. So I can't imagine that they had so much juice that they'd want to go back. So it's very 50-50 if they're going back in my mind, but I don't think we are. And thank goodness, because, yeah, I'm done with that shit. Let me know your thoughts, like, share, subscribe.